I'm just kidding. I'm not using signs this time. My voice is back. For those of you that saw last week's video, you probably remember that I had to use signs to communicate because I'd lost my voice. But, I'm back now and I'm just messing with you on the signs. All of my family is recovered from the flu now, thank goodness. And just a reminder, stay healthy out there, folks. Those viruses are no joke. We got flu going around. We got COVID going around. The dial is starting to rise again. But we'll keep doing our part as a church at Southgate in trying to have worship available in a safe and healthy way. I had a paper here with, there it is. And just wanted to remind you that as the COVID dial creeps up here in Lincoln, a friendly reminder that we have protocols for safety. We have a plan for how we're going to get together and how we're going to do things as a church for each color on the COVID dial. So we have these protocols. I just updated them today. And if you want a copy of them, let us know here at the church office. We'll send you an email PDF of it. We'll also have it posted around the church. And all of that. But just a friendly reminder that we have a plan in place. We know how to do this as we get into all the sneezy season, as I like to call it. But it's probably more than sneezing. Anyway, we've done this before. We know how to do it. The pandemic was a time when we had to figure out a lot of things, another way of doing a lot of the things. We had to reimagine what worship would be like, how we would get together in a way that was safe, how we could do small groups, how we could do worship, how we could just stay connected, and keeping everyone safe from illnesses. So in a changing context, in a changing world, we had to find a better way. Our faith is always tugging us forward, inviting creativity and innovation and compassion in how we respond to a changing world and the changing needs of creation's inhabitants. Last Sunday, we focused in the Christmas story on Mary's part in that story, what she contributed, what she brought forward. We talked about her fears and how she also trusted God in the midst of those fears. This week, we're going to learn more about Joseph's perspective and what he contributes to the story of Jesus's birth. We will learn about how he learns of Mary's pregnancy before they're married. And, he probably may have felt hurt, may have assumed that she had done something she shouldn't have. And we'll learn in the story about how he considered divorcing her quietly, as opposed to publicly shaming her and subjecting her to punishment. Would have been his right in those days, but he wanted to do something different. He wanted to dismiss her quietly. And even though Joseph was planning to choose a different way than shame and violence, he was called by God in a dream to choose an even better way. To choose to journey alongside Mary in this pregnancy and in the raising of this child. He was invited to choose the way of companionship and the way of adoption. We think of Mary in her vital role as God bearer, the one who bore the Christ child, but we can't underestimate the role of Joseph as God rearer. He and Mary partnered together in raising the Christ child, in raising Jesus to be loving and compassionate and proclaimer of the cause of the vulnerable. And Joseph couldn't have done this unless he had responded to God's call to choose a better way of doing things, responding positively to God's call in his life. So how else are Christians today called to choose a better way, called to choose a better way of doing things when it comes to our families and our relationships, when it comes to doing justice, when it comes to caring for creation? How are we called to a better way? How do we respond and do things in a better way? Something to think about. So looking forward to seeing you again on Sunday. I hope you all stay healthy and remember that God loves you. So do I. I'll see you Sunday.